Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Pat Gray Unleashed, sponsored by ExpressVPN. If you haven't gotten a VPN yet, a virtual private network, why? Visit expressvpn.com/unleashed. Well, as always, there's just a plethora, a myriad of stuff to get to today. And as usual, we won't be able to get to it all, but we're going to squeeze in maybe half an hour's worth of sheer entertainment into just a tiny 2-hour window.
Yeah, and ironically enough, a half hour from now, it's going to become more difficult to squeeze in here. And Jeffy joins us.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Who's been sheltering in place now for, I don't know, 2 months?
I don't know, but Amber deserves...
a medal.
Yeah.
A medal.
What do they call it? Hero pay or frontline pay or what have you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
hazard.
Hazard pay. That's what Amber, his lovely wife, deserves at this point.
That's for sure. Okay, so President Trump under fire because of that encounter with the Asian American reporter. We played it yesterday. Just so obnoxious. The question was, do we still have that? Do we have the, well, I have it right here, as a matter of fact. I don't know about but I have it.
Okay.
Does Rob have it too?
Is that part of the montage or just the reaction from the media? I forgot, Rob.
No, I'm talking about, do we have the original?
Yeah.
I
don't know
question
if that's part of it.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases
why does that
every
matter?
day?
Well, they're
Pause
losing
it for
their lives
a second now. Now, everybody on the left is, that's a reasonable question. That's her job to ask. That's not obnoxious. That's not a nasty question. Listen to the way she's asking it and what she's asking. She knows full well why he's doing it, because he's got to defend himself every minute of every day because he's constantly under attack. And he's under attack because everybody is comparing how he's doing it to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
To China, to Germany, to Russia, to everybody. For some reason, he is being forced into this comparison. And it's part of his DNA to defend himself. He's not going to let you just take pot shots at him and not respond.
And keep in mind, he was just asked a question about the rest of the world.
Right. So here's what he says. Check this out.
Times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're
you're
still
killing
seeing more
people.
cases
You're still killing people every day.
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me. Ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
And here it comes. She's boiling
Sir, why
mad
are you
now.
saying that to me?
Why are you saying that to me?
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that asks a nasty question like
That's not a
that.
nasty
Please
question.
go ahead.
Why does it matter?
Okay.
Why does it
anybody
matter?
else? Please go ahead in the back, please.
Please.
I have two
No,
questions.
it's okay.
No.
But you
no.
pointed to me.
No.
I have two questions, Mr.
Next.
President.
No,
Next,
you
please.
screwed up
But
because
you
you
didn't. You
egged
called
on
on
the
me.
first reporter.
I did, and you didn't respond, and now I'm calling on
Sorry, I just
the
wanted
young
to,
lady in the back, please.
I just wanted to let my colleague
Okay.
finish. But can I ask you a
Ladies
question,
and gentlemen,
please?
thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I mean, good for him.
Why are
seriously.
you still killing people? Why did you just call me a Chinese person? Why are you such a racist?
I mean, that was so ridiculous that she would make it about, all of a sudden it's about her. Well, I'm saying that to you because you're the one who asked me the question.
And the virus started in China. I think it's applicable to mention that country here when you ask me a question about how the rest of the world is handling this. And then the second reporter says, don't you want to follow up? And so he catches that.
Yep.
He's now upset at her, goes back, you know what, I'm done here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. I'm saying that to you, Puddin', because you're the person who asked me the question. I would have said it to a white person. It's so asinine. And all of a sudden it's racist. And why is he comparing the United States to the rest of the world? Because he has to, just to stay afloat. They're continually comparing what he's done to what China has done. We always hear how great things are in China now. They flattened the curve. Sure they did. They stayed at 82,000 infections for, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, week after week after week. They didn't gain a single infection. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's very, very likely. But all hell broke loose, of course, in the media.
We saw at his news conference today, on top of the overt racism at the CBS White House correspondent,
he saw an Asian American woman, and what did he think? He thought China.
This weird racist response to a CBS reporter, Wei Zhejiang. He said it in such a leering, ugly, nasty way.
The president doesn't like tough questions. He doesn't like being challenged by women reporters.
There he was saying to her, ask China. Why would he do that?
Because she
the
asked the
president
question.
said to this Asian American, go ask China.
Oh,
He's a racist.
no.
He's a disgusting racist.
Wow.
It is racist to look at an Asian American White House correspondent and say, ask China.
Why? First of all, why is that racist? What is racist about it? Go ask China. If she happens to look like she was from China, or Asia, so what? Why is that racist? I don't. It's unbelievable. It's madness is what it is. And there was much more from the media yesterday.
When the president wasn't brushing back reporter questions with extremely racist responses, he was telling more lies.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And this guy.
This is where we are right now.
Yeah, that's where we are right now.
This is where we are right now.
You already said that. Yeah. So
she's right. It's not a nasty question.
Yeah.
That is her job. Her job is to ask questions. And he is obviously saying it to her specifically. Okay?
What
not
is wrong with the president today? We don't know. I mean, something's wrong. I mean, whether or not you like the president or not, whether you enjoy his public affect or not on a regular basis, it's clear that there's something wrong.
Rachel.
And that's important whenever the president of the United States is visibly unwound. Like that.
There's a lot of talk about China right now. The president, of course, making a racist comment to an American reporter, trying to somehow insult her because of her heritage, just like Judge Curiel.
We all know
Why is that an insult?
He's a racist. He's a disgusting racist. We knew it when he attacked Mexicans. We knew it when he defended Charlottesville people. And we know it when he goes after China and he goes after a Chinese American girl. He is a racist.
It's amazing.
He throws red meat to his base on a regular basis. And anybody who still supports this guy needs to look in the mirror and ask themselves if they are racist also. That's all I have to say about him. I've had enough of him.
And we've had enough of you, frankly. I can't wait for your retirement, which is coming soon, she said a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did. I think she said when she was next year, maybe, might be her last.
Yeah, but there's a time of crisis, so I think you should just go ahead and call it a career, Joy.
Right now, in this difficult time?
Yeah.
Is it a time of crisis? Yeah, but the thing is, the good news is we're all in this together. We're all in it together.
Especially in Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't know. That's madness. The insult. Where was the insult? He didn't insult her. He said, go ask China that question. You guys think China's doing such a great job? Go ask them why I'm comparing our effort to anybody else's in the world.
Yeah, if you love China so much.
Why don't you marry it?
Marry it. By the way, Joy Behar, 2022? I mean,
that's still 2 years away.
Seriously, why does that even come out?
Really hurts.
Yeah, it does.
I thought it was sooner than that.
Yeah.
Plus, she kind of backtracked on it immediately following her announcement that she was going to retire in 2022.
I mean,
they need her too much. Yeah, she's performing at too high a level.
That's right. Don't go out on top.
To deny the world a little joy. David Johnson tweets, real Mike Lindell needs to negotiate a deal with the NFL that stipulates only a MyPillow can be used to cushion the quarterback's head during a sack. Otherwise, it's 15 yards and an automatic first down for mistreatment of the quarterback.
I like it.
Yes.
That's a good sponsorship opportunity.
It really is. Okay, so here we are in the COVID-19 era with racism added to the top of it, which is great because we were getting all the racist garbage before, and then we were kind of wondering, okay, when is the racist and the gender stuff going to come back because this COVID-19 really sucks. Now we're getting a mixture of it. Now we have both, so that's really fun. That's great. If we could just keep getting all of the distractions and ugliness from before COVID-19 coupled with the pandemic, we're all set.
Yeah, it's not that we're getting
set.
back to a normal situation with what we just played there. But no, you're right. We're combining it with the global pandemic.
Mm-hmm. And no sports. All of that and still no sports. Well, except we had the UFC over the weekend, and NASCAR is apparently starting up on Sunday with actual races, not just the video game race.
Yeah, empty stadiums, but at least it's the actual races on the actual tracks.
Yeah.
So that's good. But you're following Korean baseball now, right?
I guess you got to pick a team. You and Stu both pick teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they are playing baseball.
Yes, they are.
In empty stadiums
Correct.
in Korea. South Korea.
Yeah. So Stu went with the Hanwha Eagles for obvious reasons. He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I went with the KT Wiz. Okay. So you're going to have to pick a team. By the way, KT, you blew that game last night. That was technically yesterday morning.
Oh, you must be pissed.
Extra innings. They lost 7-6. I mean, that's my team, man. You were up 6-3 late and choked it away. That's what my teams do. So who are you going with? The Korean Baseball League.
I have a Samsung television. Maybe I'll go with Samsung Lions.
Oh, you're a Samsung Lions fan. Okay, well, let me just check the old scoreboard here. Ooh, they lost to the Kawoom Heroes 3-2.
Yeah, dang it.
So, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I'll keep you updated on your
disappointed
Samsung Lions.
That'd be great if you would. Yeah. I like the capacity size of the stadiums there. Apparently they don't have great turnouts. The Hanwha Eagles have a capacity of 13,000 people. Wow. The highest capacity in all of Korean baseball is 26,800, and that's the Lot Giants in Busan.
Oh, the Busan Sejik Baseball Stadium?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the LG Twins. See, you see all these things, and you're right. I think these are like the electronics, right? You get obviously Samsung,
LG.
Kia Tigers, the car.
Yeah, they had a Hyundai team, and they're defunct now. They went out of business.
Oh, the unicorns, the Hyundai unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also see that the Sangwabangwool Raiders are gone too, huh? Yeah. But anyhow, there you go. ESPN's playing them. Which, that may be the only sports they have for a long time if the state of California, if everybody follows their trajectory, shutting down all their campuses through the fall semester. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it affects multiple football conferences.
What needs to happen there is that every student in that system, and there's over 400,000 of them, they all need massive discounts on their tuition because, I'm sorry, you're not getting the same education online that you're getting on campus. You've got to charge them much less. I'm not paying $56,000 at USC because I think USC will follow suit and go with the Cal State system as well. I'm not going to pay that $56,000 tuition to do an online class. I don't have, you don't have access to all the resources at USC. And there's something to be said about campus life. The interaction with other students, the interaction with the teams that play for USC or UCLA or Cal Berkeley or whatever school you attend, you're there for the whole experience, and you're not getting that online. It's despicable if they don't seriously discount that tuition fee.
Especially with you got labs, you got to go in and do stuff there.
You don't have access to their libraries, their computers, their labs, as you said, any of it.
And, there's some
professors.
The food is rolled into that price somewhat, too, like the campus and housing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going to be interesting.
I'd be pissed if I was a parent paying for that.
And Liberty opened up real quickly and was they were mocked.
That was over a month ago, right?
And obviously that became a hot spot.
Piles of dead students all over the campus.
Yeah,
God dang it! You shouldn't have done that. So what? Every student got COVID.
Yeah, the stats back it up too. Yeah, so when you carry the one as you're want to do,
right?
You end up with 0.
Wait, zero people alive? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. 0
living people. I shouldn't have opened it.
Liberty?
It was way too soon. Everybody tried to tell you, Jerry. Man. Despite some 750 media reports that Liberty was writing COVID-19 death sentences for their 1,100 students returning after spring break.
No drama there.
No cases with students on campus have been reported. There's not a single COVID-19 case on campus. And now they're holding themselves up, and I don't blame them, as a model for how to get this thing going again. After the students left for home at the end of the college school year last week, President Jerry Falwell said, Jerry Falwell Jr., of course, "We finished this year strong, maybe even stronger than ever before because of the hard work of our administration, faculty, staff, and students who pushed through the challenges that this pandemic caused and never quit, safely serving our students." Liberty University created the model that other universities should follow for pandemics by protecting its students, faculty, and staff from COVID cases in the local community. We're thankful to God that nobody who lived in a campus residence hall or who worked in a campus office tested positive for the virus.
And not only should this be the model based on this fact here, but remember Andrew Cuomo said, you know what, we shouldn't have had the kids come home and isolate at home. We should have left them on campus. That was a mistake by us. But yet California going the other way now, saying, nope, we're shutting it down through the fall.
Yeah.
That is madness. This is a society grinding to a halt.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
However, these are young, impressionable minds not going to these California institutions of higher learning.
Yes, not getting indoctrinated for a little while.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's not a bad idea.
Let's think this through.
I don't think they owe anybody a refund on their tuition.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you stay closed forever?
I don't know. Permanently. Yeah. Permanently. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me show you this before we get to our brick house commercial.
Look at this cat.
Cat. Smelling a pickle. Almost barfed just from the smell.
Hey, see, it was a delayed reaction, but when he realized it was a secret vegetable there.
That is me with every vegetable.
Good stuff.
And that's why it's so great to have Field of Greens from Brickhouse Nutrition around. Every serving is a serving of full serving of real USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables, so that you don't have to walk up to like a pickle or broccoli or Brussels sprouts and gag on it.
Wait a minute, that's a cucumber in there.
That's so great. Plus, a diet of fruits and vegetables can reduce your risk of heart disease, hypertension, stroke, even cancer. And it's prebiotic, probiotic. It's a great source of vitamins. It promotes a healthy immune system. All of these things really important. Just take a scoop, put it in a glass of water, stir it up, and drink it down. Right now, save 15% off your first order when you use the offer code PAT at brickhousepat.com. And when you subscribe while you're there, you'll save an extra 10% every single month. Just a great deal and a great product. Turn your body into a brick house with Field of Greens at brickhousepat.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So the NBA apparently has been texting their players. Do you want to resume the season? Yes or no? It's kind of weird. do you want to play again? Should we start up again?
You want to be my friend? Yes or no? Maybe.
Will you go out with me Thursday night? Yes or no? Or maybe.
Yeah, give her some room there. Maybe.
Apparently, I guess, are most of them saying
Yeah,
yes?
we don't have the results, but judging by some big voices on social media, it does look like the players, the sentiment is that they want to return in the NBA.
I would think so, yeah. Also, Mark Teixeira wants baseball back, even if the players are paid pennies on the dollar. And his point is, look, either play for what they're offering you, or you're going to make $0 this year.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult, though. I mean, I'm sure they resent this because they've got contracts. So anyway, Teixeira said, go back and play. Jeez. Players need to understand that if they turn this deal down and shut down the sport, they're not making a cent. I would rather make pennies on the dollar and give hope to people and play baseball than not make anything and lose an entire year off their career.
And what if they agree to, what if the owners say, hey, look, agree to this 50-50 deal, and we'll just extend every contract out by a year, and we'll just shift the money that way. I mean, then you got
Seems like a decent compromise.
I mean, you got some people making money for a long time, they get older, but hey, if you're guaranteed that money eventually, then why not?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What a mess. Thanks, China.
Whole thing's,
Appreciate it.
Oh, what was that racist comment?
I'm sorry, because that's
why did you say that with me in the room? Why did you specifically say that to me? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
To everyone. I said it to everyone.
That's even worse. What a racist. Wow, you hate everybody then.
Do you think that's where the virus came from?
China?
Yeah.
No, I think that the virus just appeared out of nowhere.
Did it come from Mars?
I don't know. It might have. It came from, certainly not China. It probably came from the United States, more likely. I'll bet you our military had something to do with it.
I don't doubt it. But did you hear that one guy who's like, hey, if we're making these missions to Mars, we better not be bringing back viruses from Mars. Got to be very careful about the samples that we're collecting.
Well, they quarantined the astronauts when they came back.
Yeah,
every single time.
What was that?
When they came back from the moon.
Yeah, and where did I hear this? They took some rats, and as long as the rats, when they came back to Earth, were doing okay, they're like, all right, you can release the astronauts now. The rats didn't die. I don't know. I heard that recently.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. So anyway. But yeah, so let's we got enough viruses as it is. Let's not be bringing others, from other planets.
Yeah, it's like the illegal alien situation. Whenever an illegal alien drives drunk and kills a family of 4 or shoots and kills somebody on a San Francisco pier, we always hear, well, Americans do that too. Yeah, but we didn't need their people doing it to us as well.
That's a contribution from illegals we don't need here. We're good.
And we don't need virus contributions from Mars either. Well, we've got our own viruses that could have happened here. Don't be mad at Mars.
I still contend Jeffy needs to get back in the building soon because he's kind of like the built-in insulator for us.
Yeah, well.
We've been exposed to everything through
the
him.
antibodies, so you have with him.
The longer he stays away, the riskier our situation is.
A lot of people have said Jeffy is herd immunity. They've said that. And I think they're right.
I've heard most of that sentence describe Jeffy before, but not the immunity part.
I mean, Jeffy is fashion, and he's also a herd. So
how unfair of us to do this before he's on the line.
We'll do it to him when he's
cool. Can't
on
wait.
the line as well.
Coming up just about 10 minutes, right?
Yep. Coming up in moments. Did you see this latest Mike Tyson video?
After you sent it to me, I wanted to run away from it.
Remember when we showed him in it? I don't know. He's just goofing around, showing people he can still box, and he was like shadow boxing with himself in a bar. And it was like, geez, I wouldn't want to be in front of those fists.
Sometimes you'll say, hey, would you rather this or take one punch from Mike Tyson for $1 million or whatever, I'll take a punch from Mike Tyson for $1 million.
One punch, or you can, one punch might kill you dead.
I watched this video, no punch. I'll go broke, thank you.
Look at this. This is terrifying.
So fast.
Man. Holy crap.
Oh, God. Oh. No.
Yeah, seriously. Looks like he could kill you with one punch.
Seriously.
He's back. So he plans to fight somebody, and of course, some people have lined up. I don't know why you would do that. Look at that.
And you
want to get in front of that?
I'm not being flippant when I ask this question. How many times did he hit Robin Givens? Right?
Oh,
his wife?
Wow. I don't know.
Can you?
I don't know.
And she's not, a trained fighter.
Right.
She doesn't have a way to defend herself.
That's horrifying.
Wow. That is some power. Not to be.
He's 53. He's 53 years old.
Look at that.
Oh, jeez.
He's a machine.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's in really good shape right now, too. So that'll be fun to see him fight like Evander Holyfield. Holyfield's 57. So that would be interesting to see those two get in the ring together again. Because Holyfield, I guess, wants to fight him. He's offered to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. That'd be another. That's a sporting event I would pay on pay-per-view. I don't know how much. $50, $100. I'd probably. We once paid $100 to watch the dumb McGregor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and McGregor and Floyd Merriweather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You play. Thanks for inviting me.
I told you there's no.
Are you going to invite me for the
between our two homes?
The Tyson Holyfield round 3?
Sure.
By the way,
if they build a road between our homes, then yes, I will.
In his biography, Mike Tyson says that Robin took his best punch.
Ooh, does he really?
Oh. She flew backwards, hitting every wall in the apartment. Oh gosh.
That's crazy. He really admits to hitting her like that?
Yeah, this article's from 1989, so he wrote this book.
Wow, that's horrific.
Way back then.
Jeez. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Maybe a good opponent for Mike Tyson might be Anthony Fauci.
What? Hold on.
I'd just like to see how he could do in the ring with Mike, with Iron Mike. Right?
Now that I'm paying for pay-per-view.
I mean, the guy, he knows everything. He does everything. He's the boss of everything. So why not just get in the ring there one time and see what you can do with
You don't
Mike
want
Tyson.
us to have sports back? Well, then you're the sport, man.
So yesterday, he warned senators reopening cities or states too fast will trigger an outbreak.
Oh, shut up.
Trigger an outbreak you may not be able to control.
As he revealed hope of a successful coronavirus vaccine or at least a vaccine trial by late fall. Warned that reopening the country too quickly will trigger the outbreak and we won't be able to control it. He noted it could turn the clock back rather than going forward. He also said that scientists hope to know if a successful coronavirus vaccine has been found by late fall or early winter.
Oh, how convenient. Right after the election. And note that he comes out with that in the morning, and I don't think it's a coincidence that by the end of the business day, the state of California announces that their campuses will remain closed.
For the fall.
That's
madness. Did Alabama cancel their game with USC?
Yeah, I've been looking. I don't guess
it.
that's confirmed that they had anyway. So
I don't think they would do that.
Well, it looks like they're trying to reschedule. Alabama's considering taking that because they're both going to lose an appointment. Alabama and TCU. They were playing California teams that first week. Now Alabama and TCU are talking. Oh yeah, well maybe we'll just play.
So the thing is, if classes are being done online, the football teams won't play. Is that what we're understanding then?
There's a lot to shake out. These conferences are meeting over the next couple of weeks. I think we're going to have a firm answer, my gut says, by the end of the month on how things are going to look.
Jeez, I hate this. I hate it. I mean, losing baseball is one thing. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be good.
Easy.
But I could live with that.
Easy.
Can't live with NCAA sports being canceled.
I don't want to live with any of them.
Can't deal
being
with football.
Gone.
No football in the fall.
If the NBA comes back, I will be an NBA junkie.
Well, and I think that sets the example for the NFL too, and put some pressure on even the NCAA to go ahead and play. If we can get Major League Baseball and NBA to play, then that'll show them the way. As long as everybody remains fairly healthy throughout those seasons. All right, more coming up.
Pat Gray, the Blaze Radio Network.
Look at this video from Mike Tyson. Jeez.
It scares me.
It's terrifying. It's stinking terrifying.
I take back everything I've said about I'd take a Mike Tyson punch for $1 million because it would take more than that for your medical expenses after the fact.
Hey everyone, it's me, heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
And then he opens his mouth, and you think, that guy, come on, I can take him.
Did you ever think that, like, in the last 10 years, you ever think that would become a relevant impersonation again?
No. No, I didn't. All right, we got some tweets here, and then we'll get into Jeffy's Chewing the Fat segment. Corey Pa tweets, point of personal privilege. Yeah.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Point of personal privilege?
Yes.
Point of personal privilege?
Sure, go ahead. NASCAR has grandstands, not stadiums.
Okay. That sounds so much better. Grandstand.
Cow on the Roof. Remember when Glenn Beck was dragged for saying Obama was racist against white people? Good times. Good times. Yeah, that's a really good point. Why is it okay? It's perfectly fine to call this president a racist over and over and over and over, when for a decade now.
Ooh, I've got the
answer.
answer.
For a decade, they persecuted Glenn over the Obama thing.
I know why. It's because he is a white guy and he's a Republican.
That's right.
Okay.
Bovine scatology. Keith, you're good in math. Is NASCAR still practicing social distancing at speeds over 200 miles per hour?
Oh, wait a minute. So if you're moving at a fast rate of speed, are you allowed to be closer? No?
I don't know. Apparently, yeah. Especially when you have a car around you. I think it's probably okay.
Yeah, but the windows are down, so be careful.
From Truth Matters, how about some awesome flag football? Less contact, more safe. Yeah, and then you don't get the awful concussions, the CTE situation. Solves a lot of problems. American Pride tweets, still trying to figure out how blaming China is racist. China is not a race.
It's a fair point.
It's a nationality. That's true. And if you confuse it for a race, you're a racist, aren't you? Because, like, it's supposed to be Asian now. You're not supposed to even talk about China. It's madness, all of it. And time to chew the fat with Jeffy.
Hello.
Hi, Jeffy.
How are you?
Hey,
oh, man, couldn't be better.
Hey, Jeffy.
Right?
Jeffy,
Yes.
Bronco Nagurski fan club wants to know how many punches it would take from Mike Tyson to knock you out. Like,
it doesn't matter. For $1 million, I'm in.
You would? You'd take?
Oh,
wait. You'd be in
just
for one punch?
The wind from one of his punches would knock Jeffy out. Come on.
$1 million, though. You're in. If Robin Givens can take a punch, I can. I'll tell you that right now.
I think you'd be surprised.
I
think you'd be real surprised.
I was thinking about the NCAA football for a second. You were just talking about that. Can we just consider this for a second? If they're doing online classes, can we just say that the football players show up and practice? We give them a dormitory, and they can still do their classes online.
Yes.
So then we have football. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. But I'll bet you the NCAA is not. I'm afraid if they do this online thing, there may not be football. No, that would probably be my guess.
I know.
Yeah,
and it's going to be that America's over.
Yes.
America is over. There's no football.
That's right. Well, we got one final resort. We turn to Cardinal Joe Tobin.
I called up Cardinal Tobin.
Right.
Cardinal Joe Tobin.
And we'll ask him. Well, he's our last chance if that's what happens. And we'll go to Cardinal Joe Tobin.
Get on hold now. He's a busy man.
I know he is. I know.
Is he a sports fan?
I hope he is.
I'm looking up right now.
Anyway, I'll start with a couple stories that continued from last week. We talked last week about the struggle with the life that Earl Thomas, NFL star, was and is having, caught cheating and held at gunpoint by the wife, and all the other details surrounding the case. Well, he showed off his flashy new birthday gift on social media that his wife Nina gave to him, a diamond pendant featuring a picture of Earl and his late grandfather, Pastor Earl Thomas, who, Earl has spoken publicly about how much Pastor Earl meant to him. He passed away in 2018. No word on any gift he got her, but it appears things may be getting back to normal, whatever normal is for the Thomases. Because don't forget, in the words of Earl Thomas, about the cheating and the fight, along with the arrest of his wife, stuff like this happens.
Stuff like that happens, and his wife must know that. Stuff like that happens. Whatever.
Try to live the best lives we possibly can. Sometimes it doesn't go as
I was really pissed off at him when he was in bed with that woman because he wasn't social distancing. And damn it. I really think he put people's health at risk.
Of course he did.
By doing that.
One woman, it was women and his brother.
That's true. Yes, there were 2 women and the 2 brothers in bed together, which is very strange.
Hey guys,
good time.
Guys. Joe Tobin, he lifts weights, so I mean that's
athletic.
That right? There's a little glimmer of hope there.
Yeah,
he might be into sports. Anyway, continue.
One more continuation story from last week. Carnival Cruise Lines, we told you, announced it's going to resume sailing from select ports on August 1st. I mean, it wants to, and it's you can get trips for as little as $28 a day. Then we find out that they have 70,000 crew members on board at least 100 ships still stuck out at sea.
Yeah, did you see the satellite photo of all the ships that are just mingling out there in the middle of the ocean together?
They got no place to go. We got rid of the passengers.
Yeah, but the crew is all there.
Crew members. Some are still, they're not getting paid. Some have passed away. I mean, it doesn't sound like that good of a setting.
Wait, that's just me. Some of the crew has died out on those ships?
That's what the story said, yes.
Oh, man.
I know.
Jeez. What a weird situation.
The whole cruise industry as a whole is, out of control. But they claim that they were inundated, that's their term, with bookings when they announced they would return to the high seas.
Really? Inundated?
Hang on.
Hang
on.
It's like 8 people called.
That's what I'm saying. It said the booking shot up 600%. Since they announced it. Now, is that 6 people from 0? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, inundate. Overwhelm with things or people to be dealt with. That means that, one person's answering the calls?
So, but look, people are still reserving anyway, right? And they still have, they're talking about, they still might not be able to stick to the desired start date anyway of August 1st because they're working with the CDC and other government agencies for new onboard protocols. But a no sail order until July 24th is still there. It's still up. So,
and how many of these cruises set sail from California that's going to be on lockdown? They're saying through the summer now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. And they talk about how they were thinking about making where you would leave travel what you could drive to, right? Which would be California or Florida, because people aren't going to, hop planes to fly to some other country to hop on a cruise now. Good luck.
Yeah.
So from the Chewing the Fat music pile, we lost him. We lost him this past weekend. The founding father of rock and roll, according to Rolling Stone. Yeah. I agree with that. Little Richard, 87 years of age.
Yeah.
Only 2 members of the inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are still living. Don Everly, the older of the Everly brothers, is 83. And the killer, Jerry Lee Lewis, who is 84.
All right.
But following the musician's death, the news of his death, of course, tributes poured out on social media. But my favorite was from Spike Lee, who, posted "Rest in Peace," one of the true creators of rock and roll. But he also posted his 1991 black and white commercial with Little Richard himself and Michael Jordan that he directed, which was great. Take a look. Or
I'm looking, but I'm.
All I see is you, though.
Commercial.
We're told we don't have that.
We don't have it.
Still in the music file. Brian May from Queen posted on his Instagram, reality check for me. No, the virus didn't get me yet, but I hope you're all keeping extra safe out there. A decision to relax controls doesn't suddenly make the danger go away.
Okay.
But thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. But he said as well as getting overstretched and harassed by too many demands, I managed to rip my gluteus maximus to shreds in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening. So, I mean, who among us has not had to deal with over-enthusiastic gardening?
No. I can't laugh too loudly because that does sound like something I would do. Right
he did
there.
Do a thorough job, he says, and won't be able to walk for a while or sleep without assistance because the pain, he claims, is relentless.
Pain in the butt.
Wow.
He asked, don't send sympathy, which I really, I don't have a problem to do. I mean, I feel bad for him, for Mr. Astrophysicist Rockstar. But then there's his comment way back in April of this year that he believed coronavirus was caused by too many people eating meat. And he said, I think it's time to re-examine our world in a way that doesn't abuse other species.
Okay, is there one rock star that
there's
will
not.
just allow me to continue to like them unconditionally? Is there one film star that will allow us to follow them in good conscience? No, apparently not.
Kevin James.
Wait till you see that. Have you seen the Kevin James short film that he just did? We're gonna play it at the top of the hour because it's brilliant. Stay tuned. Do not miss that. That's awesome. All right, what else?
Brian Adams is another one.
Oh, right.
File. He Instagrammed a clip in a post that talked he was supposed to be performing at London's Royal Albert Hall. Yeah. But thanks to some effing bat-eating, wet market, animal-selling, virus-making, greedy bastards, the whole world is now on hold, not to mention the thousands that have suffered or died from this virus.
And he got his head kicked in for it.
Well, he continues with my message to them, other than thanks an effing lot, is go vegan.
Oh, wait.
So,
he has to ruin it at the end.
Right. Why don't you just stop while you're ahead?
Of course, he has since apologized.
Yes, of course he did. Because he pissed off his vegan friends, his vegan liberal friends who are all whining and crying about things.
Have a rant about the horrible animal cruelty in these wet markets and being the possible source of the virus and promote veganism.
Can we get on board, though, with PETA wants those banned, They want the wet markets banned. This may be the only time ever
that we're on board with PETA.
That we align with PETA.
Yeah.
And we have one more from the music file. Taylor Swift, finally, last Friday on GMA, let us know what was up her sleeve. An exclusive concert on ABC. The Taylor Swift City of Lover concert, Sunday, May 17th. And then, hey, that's this Sunday. And if that's not enough to get excited about, it's following American Idol, the opening act of American Idol.
Is she at home or is she doing it in a concert
Well,
hall?
the thing is, you didn't think it was going to be live, did you? Because it was
I did.
Filmed. Yeah, no, I know you'd think that, but it was filmed last September.
So it's filmed in front of an audience and all that.
So yeah,
what good is that? Why would I watch that?
There's gonna have some behind the scene moments, and then and Pat, you're part of the Swifties crowd. You're gonna be able to stream it on Hulu, Disney Plus. So,
good! Wow, that's
great.
That's great.
I know.
Good.
We did have some sports. You talked about a little bit of sports this weekend. There was horse racing as well. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that.
Rex Chapman, a former NBA star, posted on his Twitter feed. I know you had your Twitter feed question yesterday. Which phrase nauseates you more during
I got to check that result.
Time we're living in. This is the new normal, or we're all in this together.
Right.
And
I ran out of characters. That's why I had to shrink the word together.
Saying what it said. We're all in this together. And so they posted there was a horse racing. What's the we're all in this together. Takes the lead on that.
56
but
40.
the horse race, the running of the coronavirus derby with all the horses named after the corona terms. And I hope that we have that since we didn't have.
Open by Easter, gets bumped a little bit by Dr. Fauci. Flatten the curve of economic shutdown are battling it out as they head past the half-mile pole. Distance learning stumbled out of the gate, and it looks like he won't be able to get back into it. Not his day today, folks. They are moving at a brisk pace and all clustered together except for my bank account, which is way back of the pack. He might be injured. They might have to pull him up. Toilet paper is nowhere to be seen. He's lost in the pack. As they head into the far turn, it's social distancing still in the lead, but Daily Briefing is lurking 1.5 lengths back. It's a tremendous race, folks. I've never seen anything like it. And now, cure worse than the disease is starting to make his move. As they enter the top of the stretch, cabin fever is charging hard, but social distancing is ouching as they come to the wire. It's, oh my God, it's no one nose by a head. Oh, incredible race, folks. 11-7-12 trifecta
Really good.
pays 117.39.
Oh, wow.
Really
Woo!
good. I'm not sure who called it. I dug deep to find out who called it. I'm not sure, but it's really good. It was really
it's pretty
funny.
good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. And I wanted to also talk a little bit about Spirit Airlines, who have now come along with the rest of all airlines and are going to require appropriate face coverings
Thank goodness.
during travel.
Because on my next Spirit flight, which will be my first,
you're missing
I really
out.
want to be protected. I really do.
Their email to everyone talking about their appropriate face coverings mentions that Spirit uses a fogging process inside the planes. Not sure if you have to walk through it to get on board, but they say this process applies a safe, high-grade EPA-registered disinfectant that's effective against coronaviruses, plural. Now, we see them blowing this stuff all over the world. I'd like to know what's in it. I feel like the guy that's spraying it isn't in a swimsuit. So I feel like in the next 15 years, this is the new.
It's a sarin gas fog that goes through the cabin and disinfects everything.
I feel like soon we're going to be asked, "Are you a victim of fogging?"
All right, thought we'd start out the hour with something fun because there's still plenty of nightmarish, apocalyptic stuff to get into, and we'll share that with you because I know you want to hear it. I know you love it. You love the apocalypse. Everybody loves Armageddon, don't they? Yeah.
Don't forget you're making the Apocalypse Fun T-shirt available.
Oh,
where's it available?
Shop.theblaze.com. No. Shop.blazemedia.com/Pat. Squiggly line _ / It's just that easy. It's just that easy. So congratulations.
Check out the spaces between just that and easy, or is it all one word?
Hyphens, Jeffy.
No, the just that easy is commentary. That's not part of it.
Oh,
don't get ridiculous.
How do we know when
we didn't make it ridiculous for people to get there? Come on. All right. So
shop.blazemedia.com/Pat. There's some
.com/Pat.
new T-shirts, including making the apocalypse fun again.
Okay, awesome.
We got there.
You have got to see this Kevin James short film.
Yes.
This is two people in very serious trouble being sought by the law. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
Dogs involved.
Yeah, they're running. Him and a friend are running through the woods, being chased.
Hear the sirens in the background. Dogs barking.
This is serious, man. Now they're hiding out.
Resting behind a tree.
I can't. I'm gonna die. I'm too young to die. This is our life now. This is our life now, okay?
This is our life now.
We're gonna go on. It's gonna be fun. I can't go on, Marcus. I can't do this.
Can't do this.
Shake my hand. I gotta run. I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail, Marcus. I can't. Oh God, they're coming. They're coming. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Cops are gonna find you. No, he's gonna make a run for it. No. Oh no, the K9 units got him. Oh no, here comes a helicopter looking for. Oh! They're busted. The long arm.
6 hours earlier. Here's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Ted.
Oh, hey, Marcus. How are you?
Good. We out for a little run?
Hey, yeah, just did 7. Might do another 7, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold you up. Hey, let's grab dinner sometime.
I would love that.
All right.
You, me,
Good
Karen.
seeing you. Absolutely. I mean...
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Shaking hands. Oh, no. People have seen him.
Oh, snap.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, yeah. I got a couple handshakers right in front of me.
Okay, sir, are they still in the vicinity?
Yeah, I'm staring at them right now.
Oh, people are taking their picture. Oh, no. Shaking hands. No!
Run.
That's good stuff.
That's
good.
Brilliant.
That is.
That is brilliant.
Really funny.
If that doesn't sum up what we're going through right now, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
And again, it does show that we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I mean, did you remember the
shows.
mayor of Los Angeles saying that snitches get rewards?
Yes. Snitches get riches.
Yeah, and de Blasio said
a
it
new
was
theory.
stupid little take a picture and text it to us. We shut that down.
And speaking of Los Angeles and their mayor, did you see they're going to be shut down until August? How do you shut down the second largest city in the nation for that long a period of time?
Is it an election year? That's how.
I mean, there's going to be nothing left of Los Angeles by August. I mean, come on. Seriously?
But we're all in this together.
But we are. We are all in this together. So.
Yeah, like, can we see the Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear? He reminds us that we're all in this together.
Oh, good.
Yeah, watch this.
To passing this test of humanity.
Okay.
To dealing with this once in every 100-year challenge, making sure we protect one another and we do what it takes to defeat COVID-19.
Okay.
But let's start the way we always start, by knowing and remembering that we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Say it with me.
No.
What?
We're going to get through this.
We're
going to get through this together. One more time. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together.
What in the world am I for? As a Pat had pointed out, it's Mr. Rogers' time right there.
Yeah.
Come on, say it with me.
Yeah, and he's trying to show us the sign language involved as well. He's signing it with the signer that's next to him. Hey, good thing you got rid of Matt Bevin in Kentucky. Wow, that guy was terrible, wasn't he? Yeah, Andy Beshear, what a breath of fresh air this guy is.
Say it with me.
We're all in this. We're all in this together.
Again.
We're all in this together. Brother. And okay, so what was the count on the two phrases from the poll?
I think it was 56.
We're all in this together. Beats this is the new normal. 56, essentially 57 to it's about 56 to 44.
Yeah,
almost.
This is the new normal, though, and I agree with some of the thoughts that the audience had. This is the new normal is more of an all-encompassing thing. That's a scarier. That really includes a lot of stuff beyond right now.
Yeah, it does.
But anyhow, we're all in this together. Comes up as the winner. Okay, good times, right?
Yeah, good
but at
times.
least we got sports, right? We
good
got
times.
sports.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Well, we have. I mean, we did have UFC over the weekend. That was good. We do have NASCAR coming up this Sunday, which I'm not that excited about, but I guess it's a sport. I guess.
It is now.
And I'm hoping that baseball and the NBA can show the way to play sports without fans. If that's what we have to do for a while, that's fine. Just televise them. That's all. That's all we need. All right? Televised football this fall. I don't need it to start in January and go through April. I don't need it to only be conference games or divisional games. If you're talking about the NFL, I just need the season to start on time and be played in its fullness. Okay? That's all I need. I don't care if there's a single fan in the stadium.
I mean,
just do it.
Overton window, though. You're not willing to settle for just conference play?
No, I'm not. No,
I granted BYU doesn't have a conference, but you figure something out, right?
Yes, I told you what they figure out for BYU. They play the other independents, which suck. They're terrible, other than Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's going to work out something with the ACC. Yeah. So they would play Liberty University.
Not a good team.
UMass.
Not a good team.
UMass is strong.
That rivalry, I've tried to tell him that rivalry is stout.
And let me tell you this. When BYU and New Mexico State get together, you could throw out all the record books. All the 56-14 beatings BYU's given them over the years. You can throw them all out the window because you know another one's coming. And that's the one you're going to be watching this year twice. And then they would probably play Army. So you play those 4 teams twice. You got an 8-game season. Woo-wee! Is that tasty or what?
Wait, how many? That's all the independents?
Yeah, I think so. It's about it. Yeah. BYU, Notre Dame.
There used to be
New
more,
Mexico
right?
State,
I mean,
UMass, and Liberty.
Oh, UConn?
Oh, UConn is. Oh, that's right. Okay, you got UConn.
And it's
all right. You got 5, other than BYU and Notre Dame.
Navy.
So an undefeated
No, Navy's
season,
in a conference
An
now.
undefeated season with those opponents isn't that good.
It is not that. It's meaningless, is what it is. Meaningless.
And let's be clear, this is UMass Amherst. Okay, so
it's the UMass.
Okay.
It's the actual UMass.
New Mexico State.
UMass is located in
2,
Amherst.
4, 6.
Start begrudging UMass.
Yeah,
You got
Keith.
6 teams, like you said, times 2, home and home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got yourself 12 full games. What more do you want, man?
I want a real season.
I mean, you've got opponents
I
from
want a real
conferences, like the Patriot League.
Yeah, I know.
And the ASUN conference. And the
Does
West.
this say what they used to be part of? Is that what that is, or
No.
what are you citing now?
I'm on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Atlantic Sun. Atlantic Sun is what that is.
And you compare that to the actual schedule. The Godless Animals is who we start with, Utah, in the Holy War. Okay, so we got the Godless Animals to begin with. Then we got Michigan State in Provo. Then Arizona State in Tempe. Then Minnesota, Utah State, Missouri.
That's right.
The one you and I were thinking about going to in Provo. Then you got Houston, who's really good. Northern Illinois, don't know what you're getting there necessarily year to year. Boise State, tough one. San Diego State, they were good last year. You got the crappy North Alabama FCS school, and then you can finish up with Stanford. That is a great schedule.
Where's that San Diego State game?
Provo.
Oh, because you're not going to be allowed in San Diego.
That's true.
Because isn't that a California
Yes, it is.
funded school?
Probably.
I noticed the schedule you just read doesn't mention UMass.
No, it does not.
You guys running scared now?
yes, we are. That was a frightening team.
They're not going. Every time I hear, the more we talk about NCAA college football, they're just not going to have it.
Hush.
Not.
What is this? Stop.
It doesn't seem like it.
Dr. Fauci, is that you?
I know.
Yes, you can't safely do a football schedule this fall.
But he did throw out his disclaimer at the end of that, right? Where
the
he talked
virus
about
will dictate that.
Do it.
Yeah,
they could do it, right? Everybody gets tested. You get tested once a week before the games or after the games. I mean, he tried to couch that a little bit, but that's what he always does.
The virus needs to know its place. I thought Cardinal Tobin was in charge of everything. Don't tell me that the virus dictates the schedule, sir.
I mean, now you're looking at Fauci and Tobin in a ring together fighting out who's in charge, man. I don't know what's
right.
I told you. Cardinal Tobin lifts weights.
And there's there's something wrong with Fauci because the left worships him.
Yes.
They love him. I mean, instead of building a golden calf, I think they're about to manufacture a golden Fauci.
A golden Fauci. There's a Twitter handle. And go.
Yep.
Yeah, and yesterday they had the whole Senate hearing where Fauci it's all remote. Everybody's at their house or their office or whatever.
Yeah.
There was something interesting, I thought, when Bernie Sanders was on the screen. I caught a poster over his right shoulder, and I'm like, what is that poster back there? And sure enough, it's a Red Hot Chili Peppers poster. Look at that.
Oh.
Feel the burn. What is that? So they must have done some little event for him, I guess. Okay, that's probably what that was all about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, since they have Feel the Burn on there.
Yeah, that's too bad. Okay. Well, I thought for a second there he had a decent
That he
taste
was
in music.
a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Then I see that. Okay, great.
Yeah, probably
because
not.
I mean we know that Bernie is a musical genius, as evidenced by his singing in the past on such great
recording
hits.
artist.
Yeah, there you go. He's a recording artist.
Recording artist.
Yep.
As I went walking,
that ribbon of highway,
right,
I soar above me.
I soar above me.
Endless skyway.
That endless skyway.
I soar above me. Ugh. Oh, that's irritating, isn't it? Just to hear his nauseating voice makes me ill.
Yeah.
At the end, though, not the end, but during the Fauci hearing yesterday, the remote hearing that he was doing with the Senate, I was gratified to see Rand Paul, who, by the way, looks a lot better in a beard than Ted Cruz does.
You're liking that.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
But he told Fauci, I'm sorry, but you're not the be-all in this thing. I know you think you are. I wish you would have said that too. I know you think you are, or you wish you were, but you're not. We don't have to listen to you. Thank you for at least challenging the ultimate authority, Dr. Anthony Fauci. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me tell you about Keeps. This is how you keep your hair, even if you have male pattern baldness. Doesn't matter, because you can either ignore this and just continue to lose your hair, either in the male pattern or where it starts in a big patch in the back of your head and just spreads. It's great, isn't it? You just watch your hair go away, wash down the sink every single day. Or you can go to Keeps, who offers the generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products that exist on the market. Go to keeps.com/Pat, and you can do this from the comfort and privacy of your couch. You don't have to go anywhere, except online. Answer a few questions, snap a few pictures, and send those in, and then a doctor will evaluate your information and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then it'll be shipped discreetly to your door. Keeps lets you keep your hair without ever leaving your couch. Go to keeps.com/Pat. That's keeps.com/Pat for 50% off. Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The Steve42 tweets, maybe they could start having football games via CGI. No virus, no COVID. Kyle Criswell, if they cancel football, then it's time for a revolution. Yeah, you know what Thomas Jefferson said about that, right?
Yeah.
The tree of liberty is watered with the blood of those who cancel football seasons about every 20 years. That's what he said.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Should I fact check that?
No, I wouldn't. I'd just take it to the bank. That's all.
I mean, it sounds believable.
From Yanzer Phoenix, horse racing hasn't stopped. I heard the 4 horsemen racing to get here since this all started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sadly, that's true. Conservative constitutionalist. Remember Democrat Katie Hill? She resigned in disgrace, and now her seat in California is flipping from blue to red.
Aha.
Oh, wow.
Aha. So apparently it was everyone in her district saying F you when she...
Apparently,
remember how she was saying, hey, I heard that?
Funny how when seats flip to red, CNN, NBC, they don't cover it at all. Yeah, it is funny, isn't it?
That's good stuff.
I laughed my head off last night over that.
If it were the other way around, that would be the lead on CNN right now.
Oh, no question.
Unfortunately, though, it's not even mentioned, like you said.
How did this happen? How on earth did this take place over the weekend, Mother's Day weekend in Missouri? 47 youth baseball teams gathered together for a tournament, and they played the tournament over the weekend in Missouri. Roughly 550 kids between 7 and 14 participated in the Mother's Day Classic. That is crazy. It was split between 2 venues west of St. Louis. Dan Peterson, a coach for his son's team, was hesitant at first to let his 11-year-old play, but ultimately agreed to let him participate after learning the tournament organizers planned to implement safety measures. And they did. Everybody feels a little bit differently about this situation. We decided collectively as a team to go ahead and participate. And they did.
Wow. So they made their own
choices.
choices.
Isn't that what America is supposed to be?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Isn't that what's supposed to happen?
But I can't believe it did. Can you? I mean, in this environment, how did this happen?
No way. I know.
How were the police not called, or how were the coaches not shamed into not doing this? Amazing.
That is amazing.
It's amazing.
Somewhere in America, people are still making their own choices.
Huh. That's amazing. Tournament director Rob Worstenholm told USA Today players did an outstanding job adhering to the measures. If they wouldn't have, we could have looked really bad, he said. Yeah, and you'd be in jail probably. But it turned out to be just the opposite. Turned out fantastic. Everybody followed the rules. It was a beautiful thing. However, of course, the newspaper reported something a little different.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Get this. more than 3 boys were seen huddled in the dugout. Now, there were only supposed to be 3 boys in the dugout at a time, but the newspaper reporter noticed there were more than 3 at times in the dugout.
I hope that newspaper reporter got an accidental back bump.
Oops.
Yeah,
but get this, they weren't supposed to steal bases.
What?
But some of them did anyway.
Oh man, see, so they didn't follow all the rules.
Yeah,
No,
hold
they
on
did
a
not.
second. Now, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. A, that they're screwing with the rules of baseball,
Mhm.
and number 2, are they letting them get away with it? And then while the other team was not stealing, that's dumb.
That is.
That's not cool. But by the way,
that sounds
congrats
like
to
chaos
the reporter. Snitches get rewards.
Snitches get riches. That's wonderful. Yeah. That's my new saying now. Snitches get riches. Sounds almost Dr. Seussian, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the LA mayor should have said.
Mhm.
But he's so
Yeah.
awkward. He goes,
Right.
"Snitches get rewards." Ugh, shut up.
Hey, stupid, there's an obvious rhyme there that could have been really kind of cool.
I mean, next time you go to the podium, at least call Jesse Jackson on the way up there and get a cool rhyme set in your head.
Red, white, black, or brown, all here find common ground.
That's good, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that. That's the Jesse
Workers,
Jackson
red,
style.
white, and brown, here find common ground. Yeah.
Whatever.
I haven't heard from Jesse in a while.
That's a good point.
No, I know.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
He's vanished.
Well, yeah, he got banished because he got mad.
Yeah.
He and Obama got
When he
into
did
a
that
fight.
little snip thing about Obama, right?
Yeah.
During the 2008 election.
Yes.
He's never been heard from again.
That's really true. It was about then. And then Al Sharpton was the guy they always turn to. When
Yeah.
Al Sharpton was kind of the also-ran to Jesse Jackson for a really long time. Now
correct.
Sharpton's the only one anybody talks about. And he's the one who wound up with the MSNBC show because he's so talented.
Well,
You know.
eloquent. And,
Eloquent
does-
is right. That's a really good,
I
that's
mean,
a really good
I
word
miss
for
it. I miss it that he's not on every night. Wish he was
Oh,
on
you and me
every night.
both, my friend. You.
I didn't even realize he wasn't on every night.
How dare
He
you.
still does the weekend thing, right?
I think he does.
as
I
I
think he's
know.
on Sunday nights. Yeah.
We
We
must.
much.
We must. They're all jitty about a shutdown. The tortoise in the race and co-author of Hubris. U2 lead singer Bono, Fran Drescher, Sigourney Weaver, suspect Jahar Tsarnaev, Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, the show Rush Lombard hosts Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Is Mike Muckery yesterday, Antonine Scalia, Kim Kardashian, and the Republican candidates. Both Cairo and Benghazi. We rank behind Lavita. First stop, Kazakhstan to college students in Beijing. He's getting lunch at Chipotle in Iowa. Bain is appropriate. The GOP's tax day giveaway to millionaires. Why was traffic problems email sent?
Good question.
The Environmental Projection Agency. And what sequestration has done.
Why was traffic problems emails sent? Maybe because of Michael Zeha Beelzebub.
Wait, what?
Michael Zeha Beetlejuice.
Come back?
Michael Zeha Beetlebomb.
Oh, my goodness.
I miss him.
Miss him.
I miss him
know.
being on every single night because he provided a wealth of material, didn't he? It's great. All right.
Now nobody even knows he's on.
I know. All right, some amazing stuff from Joe Biden, who sadly spoke from his dungeon basement yesterday. He should just be quiet. He really should. But he wasn't. So we'll share it with you coming up. Some tweets here at Pat Unleashed. Golden Fauci, 19 tweets. Rand Paul's beard knocks out Ted Cruz's beard in a cage match in 5 seconds.
Truth.
Flu Manchu, I like that. Flu Manchu says, I say we don't let Fauci talk ever again, or at least until he learns how to clear his throat.
That would be a good idea.
Go away.
Nobody's going to survive this virus. We won't have any survivors left at the end of this year. By December 31st, every living person in America will be dead.
I'm looking forward to that day when there's a news cycle that doesn't include the word Fauci.
No kidding. Let's see. Jimmy 618. To that dude, the Kentucky governor, say this with me. I'm an idiot. Once again, I'm an idiot. Just in case you don't understand, you're an idiot.
Say it with me. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. One more time.
On our time.
We're going to get through this.
Oh, there's the
We're going to
sign
get
language.
through this together.
What was it again?
Ridiculous. Seriously, like we're 4 years old.
I can't.
Thank you, Uncle Andy. That was really good. Sabes84. My daughter starts softball practice tonight. My son starts baseball next week. Where is this located?
South Dakota. He lives in South Dakota.
Oh, wow. No wonder.
Yes.
The People's Free Republic of South Dakota. In fact, I mean literally the people's, because the people are governing that state. That's awesome.
Sabes84. We're all moving to South Dakota.
Man.
Be ready.
Stephen Avery tweets, the CA-25 special election won't be commented on by mainstream media until they find 50,000 or whatever votes that turn it back into a blue victory.
Yeah.
Right.
That wasn't even close.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it here. I already closed it. But, yeah, it was decisive.
Okay.
And the Republicans reclaim that seat from Katie Thruple Hill.
Anybody noticing how President Trump is pushing this narrative that Joe Scarborough killed his intern when he was a congressman? Been seeing these tweets? Wow. I mean, yes, Jeffy. I mean,
is there a first of all coming at us, Jeffy?
We have on occasion, I will say,
yes, we have
noted the weirdness of that situation.
Yes, we have.
Because it's not every day that a 26-year-old, healthy, otherwise woman has a heart arrhythmia that knocks her out unconscious, and then she hits her head on the way down to the floor and dies. That doesn't happen that often.
Having no previous problems.
Right.
Accidents don't happen.
Accidents do happen. It's just pretty unusual. That's a weird one.
And don't try to spin it either. She was 28.
Oh, she was 28.
Yeah.
Okay, so she wasn't 26.
Changes everything, doesn't it?
Changes the whole. The whole narrative is completely out the window now. Now it makes perfect sense. She had a heart arrhythmia.
Elderly.
She's elderly.
Downright elderly, yeah. Didn't we learn 57 qualifies for elderly now?
Yeah.
So,
and 28's really close to 57.
It's right there. It's right there.
Right there. All right, we got to play this Biden stuff before the end of the show because it's amazing. He appeared in his dungeon basement again. And for some reason, he keeps speaking from his basement. I don't know why. It's really stupid. Somebody's got to tell him, Joe, just stop. Stop talking. This is a perfect time for you to make up some space, to make up some ground, and just be quiet for a while, and maybe people will forget how senile you look. I can't believe people aren't advising him. Maybe they are, and he's just not listening. I don't know.
But somebody's got to be telling him, look, even just like, Dad, take your meds, do your mental exercises, don't go on screen.
Right. It's not that tough. It's not tough.
No.
Right?
No, it's not.
There have to be people in the Democrat Party that believe if he would just keep his mouth shut, he could beat Trump. Now, I don't believe that, but many in the Democrat Party probably do. But here he is talking about involvement with the Flynn case yesterday.
I do want to ask you about Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor to President Trump, and the move by the Justice Department last week to dismiss the case against him for lying to the FBI. The president said yesterday that that move is justified because President Obama targeted Flynn. He called it, quote, the biggest political crime in U.S. history. Your former Senate colleague, Charles Grassley, has added that Flynn was entrapped and asked on the Senate floor, what did Obama and Biden know? When did they know it? So what did you know about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, and was there anything improper done?
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, number one. Number two, this is all about diversion. This is a game this guy plays all the time. The country is in crisis. We're in an economic crisis, a health crisis. We're in real trouble. He should stop trying to always divert attention from the real concerns of the American people.
Yeah,
the American people are worried with good reason. Right. He has acted irresponsibly from the very beginning. He continues to act irresponsibly. He hasn't done his job. This is all about diverting attention. Diverting attention from the horrible way in which he has acted with what he did. He's not the... We don't have coronavirus because of him, but we have the devastating impact of it because of his lack of a policy, his lack of action. It's all about diversion.
I do want to press that. You say you didn't know anything about it, but you were reported to be at a January 5th, 2017 meeting where you and the president were briefed on the FBI's plan to question Michael Flynn over those conversations he had with the Russian ambassador.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
No, I thought you asked me whether or not I had anything to do with him being prosecuted. I'm sorry.
What?
I was aware that there was they asked for an investigation.
Okay.
But that's all I know.
Pause for a second.
I don't think
this. That's what
I thought you asked if I had anything to do with the prosecution. I just wrote down his quote. His quote to Stephanopoulos was, "I knew nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn."
So that's just a bald-faced lie.
I thought you said, what did I have to do about the prosecution?
No, you didn't.
You just answered about the investigation.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Caught right there. Right there. Red-handed.
I'm surprised.
In a
I know
bare-faced.
Galapagos kept going at him. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Whatever his name.
Stuffaluffagus?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And here he is on whether or not states should open up here.
I do want to start with that warning from Dr. Fauci that we're going to hear the Senate tape saying there will be needless suffering and death if the country opens too quickly. Meantime, President Trump is arguing that Democratic governors in Pennsylvania and other states are moving too slowly for, he says, political purposes. So do you believe states are opening up too quickly or too slowly? If you were president right now, what would you be telling governors to do?
I would tell the governors to listen to Dr. Fauci, listen to the scientists, listen to what the facts are. Look, this is this president has to focus on what's going on here. We're in a situation where there's a great crisis. Dr. Fauci talks about if we open needlessly or open soon, there's going to be needless deaths, and we have to have things in place. Everybody wants to open, George. Yeah, the governors want to open, but they want to open in a rational way. The president hasn't done his work. The president hasn't done what he's supposed to do. He hadn't provided the materials. He hasn't provided the. I mean, this is ridiculous the way he's talking about it.
He hasn't provided materials. He hasn't. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, etc.
We're gonna figure out a way to blame Trump for this devastation. Trump's been the one wanting to open it back up.
And what is Trump? What is the president of the United States supposed to provide for all of these states? When did the president's job become supplying emergency essentials during any kind of health crisis?
60 days ago.
Right. That's right. It's never been the president's job to provide medical equipment. It's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. And if Barack Obama was never asked back during the pig virus, the swine flu thing, where 65 million people were infected and 20,000 died. He was never asked to provide anything to anybody. Plus, we didn't shut down the country over it.
Right.
It's unbelievable what's happened here because there's a Republican in office. Wow. He was also asked by Snuffleupagus when he's going to hit the campaign trail.
When do you expect to get out on the campaign trail?
Well, we're on a campaign trail now. Everybody says, Biden's hiding. Well, let me tell you something. We're doing very well. We're following the guidelines of the medical profession. We're following the guidelines of the experts, the Dr. Fauci's of the world.
Dr. Fauci.
We're doing very well. And
Dr. Fauci,
matter of fact,
he says.
we're winning if you look at all the polling data. I'm not saying that's going to last till November. I don't know enough to know that. But right now, the idea that somehow we are being hurt by my keeping to the rules and following the instructions that have been put forward by the docs is absolutely bizarre. I reject the premise that somehow this is hurting us. There's no evidence of that. I'm following the rules. following the rules. The president should follow the rules instead of showing up at places without masks and the whole thing. Look, this is. I'm getting really frustrated with not you with this. Yeah. The whole notion that somehow there is we can just open, we can move. I mean, I'm anxious to go out and campaign, George. You know, when I campaign, I'm usually the first one there and the last one to leave.
Okay, you're anxious or you're eager. That really bugs me, Joe, and for that reason, I won't be voting for you, and many others. But, man, talk about being defensive. They're saying I'm hiding Biden. All he asked was when you're getting back on the campaign trail. You could have said, I'm looking forward to it in a few weeks. Maybe we can get to Buffalo or something like that. I mean, no.
All you have to do is say, when Dr. Fauci tells me I can go out, I'll go out. But Dr. Fauci has not told me I can go out yet, so I'm not going to go out.
Well, and then it's like your parents, okay? When Fauci says you can't go out yet, then you get on the phone and call Cardinal Tobin.
Right.
And you're like, hey,
and you ask the real parent.
Can I go out?
And when Cardinal Joe Tobin from Newark says no, then you stay home. That's what you do.
Oh, Joe.
When I have the clearance of both Fauci and Tobin, maybe, yes, then I'll go out.
Do you think they talk? Do they coordinate how they're going to parent us as a nation? Or do they
once a week they get together and they try to coordinate their
Because if they find out
advice.
we're using the other to undermine them,
right?
It could get ugly for us.
Yes, we could be grounded for a lot longer than we'd like to be. All right, we're all looking for ways to save money, especially now. When's the last time you looked at how much you're spending every month on car insurance? Oof. Or homeowners insurance. Now's the time to check out Gabby and see about getting a lower rate for the exact same coverage you already have. When you do this, like I checked it out with my insurance, it is so easy and fast, and it just takes a few minutes, and then it comes back to you, and you'll find out why Gabby customers save about $825 a year on average. If they can't find you savings like they did for me, they'll let you know so that you can relax, knowing you have the best rate out there and you're fine. Otherwise, they'll show you what to switch to, and they'll never sell your info, so there's not going to be any annoying spam or robocalls. It's totally free to check your rate. There's no obligation. It takes about 2 minutes. Do it right now and see how much you can save on your car and homeowners insurance. Go to Gabby.com/unleashed. That's GABI.com/unleashed. Gabby.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
All right. So there's one more question from Snuffleupagus to Biden. We, of course, have to ask about Tara Reid now because everybody asks about Tara Reid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it took a lot of arm twisting to finally get them on the Tara Reid thing.
Yep.
But now they're on the Tara Reid thing, and here it is.
On these allegations from Tara Reid, I know you've denied them, but you've also said that women should be believed. So what do you say to Americans who believe Tara Reid and won't vote for you because of it?
Well, that's their right. Look, I think women should be believed. They should have an opportunity to have their case and state it forthrightly what their case is.
Wait, what?
Then it's the responsibility of responsible journalists like you and everyone else to go out and investigate those. At the end of the day, the truth is the truth. That's what should prevail. And the truth is, this never happened.
Wait,
this never happened.
But we're not allowed to believe you.
Right.
Remember? We're supposed to believe her.
Yes.
Bruh. Come on.
Exactly.
I can't.
Exactly.
Not going to be the nominee.
That would be pretty amazing at this point if he's not the nominee. That would be amazing. I'd love to see the process because there's going to be a lot of pissed off people either way.
Yeah.
Because who would it be then?
Oh, yeah, because Biden supporters are so passionate, right?
Well, they'll be pissed. If he's your guy, and then all of a sudden Hillary Clinton swoops in or Michelle Obama swoops in.
Are you talking about Hidin Biden?
Yeah, Biden's hiding.
That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing him referred to as...
I've never heard that. Had you?
Yeah. No.
You're Biden's
No,
hiding?
but now I'm going to start using it just because he brought it up.
Biden should be hiding, and he's not doing enough hiding.
Right.
As we talked about before. He should just keep his mouth shut and see what happens. But he won't, because he doesn't understand the fact that he's out to lunch.
I mean, his memory is getting worse and worse, where he
Right.
can't remember from the beginning of an answer to the end of it what he said
Yeah.
at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Totally contradicts himself.
Yeah.
Look, fat. Calm down. I find it's amazing that Galapagos took after him, though. I mean, he still hit him with a couple of questions.
He did.
I will say they used, terrible picture of Tara Reid. That's kind of, make Joe look. They helped along there.
They always do that. When they ask him about it, they show the
What their
current
case
picture
is.
rather than.
Then it's a responsibility.
Right there. Yeah, right there. There she is. All right, well, show her back in 1993 when he supposedly made this advance to her. There's a big difference in the last 27 years.
Yeah,
as with many of us. There's a difference,
Really?
Yeah, really. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poof.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What are you saying there, man? Is there? Tell us. Is there a big difference between you at 160 and you at 180?
Trying to wrap my head around that. It's the difference between myself and 150 years ago. I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
See it. Weird.
Wow.
All right. We got this tweet from Craig Sturdivant. Do you think Jeffy might have had something to do with the creation of this meme? And here it is.
Oh, yeah, women.
At least women's sports haven't been canceled, and there's a woman cleaning up.
You made that.
Doing some housework.
You made that.
I wish I had.
That is Jeff Fisher right there. That is you to a T.
Oh, boy.
So you're denying making that meme? Is that what we're getting from you? You are denying it.
I mean, I should say I don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anthony Weiner.
But that is beautiful. And
Isn't
look,
it?
look, and tell me it doesn't take some athletic prowess to put on those gloves and clean and spray.
Right? That's true. Right. Yes.
I know you got to
Endurance.
you got to become ambidextrous. You've got to be tough. It's tough work.
It is.
I know it's tough work. Get to it.
Wow. I can't imagine how much cleaning Amber is having to do these days since you don't leave the house either.
She's so happy with me. She left. So
where'd she go? She's out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait. The hotel 2 miles away doesn't count as being out of town. What?
No, she left. She went down to the great city of Austin, Texas.
Oh. She's visiting the grandchild or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aw.
Okay.
I know.
That's great.
Do you have the place to yourself then?
Well, kind of.
What is that?
Did she take her dad with her, or
no?
Is he? No. Okay, he's there with you. Good. Because we wouldn't want you to be completely alone and lonely.
No.
You can't be lonely.
I still have to close the bathroom door.
Okay.
So.
All right. All right. Did you see this story that Lori Loughlin, Aunt Becky, is still expected to face this trial after a judge refused to dismiss the charges?
Yeah. Operation Varsity Blues is
Continues.
still on.
Yeah, it's still on, despite the fact that it's been proven that she's been railroaded here. That they kept information from leaking out about her and the thing that she thought she was just donating money to the university.
Yeah, and
right?
Singer and Singer has even said that he was pressured from the FBI to keep continuing with what he calls a lie. But the FBI said, "Oh, we were just helping him along a little. We didn't make him lie. We were just trying to help him along and make it okay."
They've got no credibility right now. None.
I know.
None.
And the judge let them have it, though. The judge let them have their credibility back with this ruling. It was pretty incredible. I didn't think he would.
I didn't either.
It felt like he was going to throw it out, and then somebody got to the judge. Somebody got to the judge. I mean, I don't. Obviously, I don't know, but it felt like.
Was it Uncle Jesse? Is he pissed that she left him for this other guy that she's with now? Maybe it was Uncle Jesse.
I think you got it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's using his rock star money and paid off the judge to go ahead with the trial.
It's just incredible that it's still ongoing, though, and that takes place I think in September, October. So my gosh, it's still going on. It's just
Yeah, they're scheduled to go on trial in October on the charges that they paid $500,000 to get their daughters into Southern Cal, USC.
And there's other cases still
crazy.
pending. I mean, they're not, obviously they're the most famous, but there's other cases still pending that they were hoping to, kind of let's wrap this thing up. Nope.
And again, I don't know if it's just us, but this is so ridiculous that we're making such a big deal out of it. I mean, let's move on. For the love of heaven, move on.
Please.
There's other fish to fry out there, and Aunt Becky, who either donated $500,000 to USC or bribed them with $500,000 to get her. So what?
Yeah, you know what?
So
why aren't the authorities spending more of their resources on cracking down on people that aren't properly social distancing right now? And there's people out there shaking hands.
Thank you.
Right? They're standing closer than 6 feet apart.
Yes.
That aren't wearing a mask in public.
Right.
I mean, there are bigger issues going on than Lori Loughlin and this USC entrance stuff.
Yeah, I called a SWAT team on my neighbors the other day because it sounded like they were having a pool party at their house.
Oh, no.
I heard them from clear in my backyard. I heard them laughing and splashing. So I called the SWAT team.
Cannot have any of that.
Yeah, you can't have it.
You can't be enjoying life right now.
Then I called the Marines on another couple that were actually seen outside their neighborhood in our neighborhood.
Whoa!
So I called the Marines and they were taken down. And
how did you know that they didn't belong in your neighborhood?
Well, because I know the people who are in my neighborhood. You know, there's a certain.
You know every person in your neighborhood.
Yes, I do.
I mean, he's a gadfly.
Okay,
he's the gadfly of the neighborhood.
Right.
Watch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, my goodness. We're all in this together, y'all.
Thank you. Exactly right. And it's time to face the new normal together. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Twitter is now going to label disputed COVID-19 tweets.
Yeah.
Disputed. According to whom are they disputed? I'd like to know.
A complainer.
A complainer. And who is the complainer to decide what's real, what's not, and what's a gray area scientifically and what's not? How is that going to work? Who gets to make that decision, that determination? I guess anything that goes against Anthony Fauci is going to be flagged.
Yeah, anything that goes against Anthony Fauci, anything that goes against WHO, right? The World Health Organization.
Yes.
You've already got the Facebook overlords looking, and so now soon Twitter, and Twitter's always had their own special overlords, but now they're just adding to it. So good. Great.
They're going to ask you when you post a tweet. They're going to ask you if there's something harmful in your language.
Yeah, are you sure?
Are you sure you want to send that? You better rethink this because it seems a little nasty to us.
So if I reply effing right, does that mean it goes away or? It's just ridiculous.
Well, they're just trying to encourage people to rethink their behavior.
Yeah, because remember, guys, we're all in this together.
We're all in it together.
So
and this is the new normal on Twitter. So
yes,
at this very difficult time, we need to take these important measures.
Remember,
right? We're all in this together.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.